Now, first story, 5 unemployed nurses who defied police instructions during a protest march on Monday are in police custody. The 5 were among over 100 members of the coalition of unemployed bonded nurses and midwives who clashed with the police because they insisted on marching to the presidency. The nurses say they want government to hire them, having completed their training for some time now. Komla Dome has more.
Numbering over 100, the nurses filed in one after the other at the Obra spot and had set out on the ring road in the direction of a Jubilee House. But the police made it clear they will not permit that route.
Our leadership have been in contact with the police commander and other security personnel. But they're saying they've given them the permission to go to the last half of the Jubilee House, but they should not go. But we don't get it because we travel all along from Kintampo. We don't have money, but we try to come here only for them to prevent us today, this morning, after wasting our salary, our money to get in here. So we must go. We are citizens of the state, and we are never going to be spectators. So go there. If they brutalize it, we are fighting for our rights.
The protesting nurses were bent on defying the police, but the police were determined to stop them. After about 2 hours of back and forth, representatives from the office of the president came to meet the nurses, but their presence rather riled the protesting nurses some more. Amidst the boos, Director of Political Affairs at the Office of the Chief of Staff, Frankie Sidu-Bequin, assured a 6-member delegation of nurses will meet officials at the presidency Tuesday over the matter.
The Chief of Staff has sent me here today to come and take the petition on behalf of Mr. President. We have agreed with your leadership that 6 of them will come to the presidency for us to sit down and listen to your concerns and take matters up. Be rest assured that a government that has restored nursing training allowance will care for you. We are going to meet your leadership and accept your grievances, and we will see together how we will be able to resolve this matter amicably.
Unsatisfied and unappeased, some of the nurses blamed their leaders for bowing to pressure.
We were supposed to go to the Jubilee House, but the police are preventing us from going. Now we are gathered here. We managed to swab, I don't know how to put it. We were going and they are not stopping us that we should do. Now our leaders have rejected us. They said they won't go again because they are saying that we shouldn't come there. They will spray us with acid.
They are going to spray us.
The police are saying they will spray us so we shouldn't go.
We saw a representative from the Flagstaff House come there to receive your petition. Is that not satisfactory?
We are not. They always promise us. They've always been promising us that clearance has come. Even the whole Minister of Health told us that clearance is in his office, which is never true. So we are tired of the mouth promises. We want documents that our clearance has been released. That's what we want.
Secretary to the Coalition of Unemployed Bonded Nurses and Midwives tells JoyNews 5 of his colleagues who were arrested were accused of defying police orders.
Let's now speak with the president of the Coalition of Unemployed Bonded Nurses for the very latest. Daniel, thank you for joining us. Are your members still in custody as we speak, the 5 who were arrested by the police?
Hello.
Yes, Daniel Obu, I'm asking if your members, the 5 members who were arrested by the police, are they still in custody?
Good evening. Thank you so much for having me on your show. Our members, 5 members who were arrested at the police custody, as we speak now, they have just been released. I'm coming from the regional police headquarters, and we have had them released, or they granted them bail, and so they are currently on their way to their various homes.
Were they charged at all?
They were actually charged of misconduct, but then as we got there, went to the crime office, and we spoke with the commander. And according to him, so asked them, we pleaded for them to be granted bail, and then he accepted it. So they actually been granted bail.
All right, now, so what would you say you have achieved with today's demonstration?
I would say no, but we're still on it. God willing, tomorrow we'll be meeting the Chief of Staff and other delegations from the Flagstaff House, and we would have celebration to have this issue resolved as soon as possible. So God willing, tomorrow we'll be on the meeting, and then the outcome of the meeting will determine whether our aim has been achieved or not.
Now, this demonstration that you embarked on today, was it a plan that you were going to march to the Jubilee House? Was that the plan all along?
Yes, it was our initial plan that we would march peacefully to the Jubilee House, but the request that we sent for permission from the police was not granted according to the route. I mean, the route that we requested for was not granted. For that matter, they suggested that we ended up at the House of Oak Park, which we did not accept that. And so we wanted to meet the media this morning, telling them the reason why we may not be able to get to the Jubilee House. Unfortunately, a few members that got there were agitated of the news about the police having denied us access to the Jubilee House. For that matter, they insisted that they wanted to go there, which led to the arrest of 5 members.
As it stands now, Obo Daniel, some of your members are saying they've lost confidence in you because they believe you sold them out. How do you react to that?
We are saying that we are law-abiding citizens, and leadership wouldn't want to take the laws into our hands by going to the Jubilee House without the permission of the police. And for that matter, we couldn't have led them to the Jubilee House while the police haven't granted us. But just have to continue to have dialogue with the police and then other bodies whom it may concern, so that the actual permission is granted or given before we could do that. That is the reason why we couldn't lead them to the Jubilee House. But we leadership are still doing our very best to have our question resolved as soon as possible.
All right, thank you very much. Daniel Obo is president of the Coalition of Bonded Nurses and Midwives, and he joined us to bring us the very latest on this story having to do with the protest march by his members. Now.